Hey, how's it going? Strip Show going live with Higurashi When They Cry. But more specifically, Chapter 4. Let me see. What was it? Himatsubushi. Right. Because we didn't finish the All-Star cast, but also, yeah, that's the only thing, really. Also, hey Sora, how's it going? What is that? Emote? I'm Glitch? Is that always there? I don't recall that one. Also, give the pasta. I don't have pasta, I'm sorry. Speaking of pasta, I warmed up some cup noodles and I was trying to drain the water, and then, well, I wasn't, well, right. I don't know what I was doing. But anyways, I lost the noodles into the sink. Down the sink they went. It was a tragedy. But anyways, we're fine. But yeah, yesterday was Terraria Day. I think that's the last of Terraria. It's fun. It's a good update, but I think as someone who's played the game twice from beginning to end, it's lost its appeal, I guess. I went ahead and looked at what was added, and I don't think it's worth another one. So it's fine. We're fine. Anyways, if anything, we'll go back for journey mode, because that would be fun, at least. Something to mess around with. But messing around with the research system, duplication, it's fun. It's good. It's good times. Anyways, Higurashi. Let me check some things real quick. Dan is live. Shout out to them. Go check them out. I guess I should do that here. So yeah, currently playing Shadow of the Colossus. Gotcha. Cool. But yeah, I think that's it for Terraria. As far as this goes, I think we're only going to do one chapter of Chapter 5. Well, maybe longer. I don't know. We'll see. But, because we still have the box ring. So the box ring was supposed to happen yesterday, but it didn't. So hopefully today, we'll see. I think I'm finally done. Oh, you finished it, Dirt? How was it? Now is it time to watch the anime? How many hours did it take you? Well, I guess you just read it, right? So you go at your own pace, but 17 hours for 5 chapters. Yeah, let's do the extra. It's longer than anything else has been? Ah, okay. I mean, you'd expect that, right? For the finale. Wrap it all up. Which is nice. Thank you very much for playing Higurashi When They Cry, Himatsubushi. Woofoo. Woofoo. My, oh my. No matter what anybody else says, I was the star of this scenario this time. On top of that, they added some nice jazzy theme music. You can't laugh here. Where can you laugh? Nahahaha. Anyways, hasn't there been too much of you lately, Oishi? Huh? What do you mean by that? Rikasa. Okay. What? She meant that literally. It's rather impudent of you to try and hog the spotlight here, even though you already had all that screen time. Ha ha. Besides Rika-chan, who was the main heroine, everybody else didn't really have any appearances, did they? Scree? What's up, Effie? I guess you're muted, right? Because, spoilers. Me throughout the series? Oh, yeah. I slept the last hour. I caught up this morning. Thonking chapter. There's a lot of thonking. But I caught up. I saw the door, the I'm sorry. It's good stuff. But yeah. Discord, OBS, game. Shit. Heard that this time the scenario is a bit of a side story, but I didn't think they would leave out the main cast this much. Sorry for subjecting everyone to that. was totally fantastic, Kurt. You didn't have it so bad, Mion-san. At least you had a few appearances, did you not? Both Renaissance and I didn't even have a cameo. You brought to mind Paralyzer by Finger 11. I hadn't thought about that song in a while. And then it led me to learning about Quagmire Toilet. So that was fun. At least you had a few appearances, did you not? Both Renaissance and I didn't even have a cameo. Rena still shows up on the covers a lot, so she's still okay. Exactly what are you trying to say then? That I was the only outcast with no appearance? Is that it? Nipa! Wah! They only treated me horribly. Wah! How sad, how sad. They'll probably just keep treating you worse and worse until you finally drop down to a supporting role. The thing that blew my mind years later is realizing that Finger 11 at one point did Kane's WWE theme music. Kane? I have no idea. Wrestling escapes me. We know Kane, WWE. That guy. Okay. Did his theme music before Paralyzer? Or afterwards? Man, he looks so buff. Anyways. Yeah, like 5 years before it. Damn. Well, it's just too much. That's not true. There's lots of people who like Satoko-chan. They won't treat you that horribly, okay? I don't like being treated like this. I think you'll probably have a lot of appearances next time. Next time. So cheer up, okay? Star. Should I say Star? No, that's a you guys thing. You can have that. But I'd heard that this scenario was supposed to be somewhat of a bonus story. But is it really? I think that things kind of got complicated. The story was difficult for me to understand. Yeah, what I found the hardest to believe was that the year before the string of mysterious deaths, Rika-chan already knew about them. I guess we'll talk about the mysteries before we actually start Chapter 5, which means all the incidents were part of someone's scenario. It's a pretty important piece of information. I think we're going to load up Chapter 3, because I want to get back to the ending bit. It's probably because I'm a Shrine Maiden, so I know the future from Oishiro-sama's divine revelations. For somebody like me who believes in the theory that it was the work of human culprits, I'd like to deny that. I believe in the curse so that Rika-chan, who's the living incarnation of the deity that protects Hinamizawa, or Shiro-sama, could have that divine power as a possibility, I think. Nope. For someone who thinks it was the work of a man, that kind of unfounded fantasy will not stand. All the incidents were caused by people. There's no curse or magic or aimbots or cheat codes. Vac. It would be wonderful if I could use magic, though. Magical girl Rika? If it's Rika-chan, I could go along with that. How? Well, for the people who believe it was the work of humans, the ending was a big revelation. From the first incident until Rika-chan was killed in the Great Disaster, everything was scripted. Knowing that it's all one big incident vastly increases the amount of material you can hypothesize with. I think that the prophecy is proof in itself that Rika-chan has some divine power. In other words, it's proof that there's some mysterious power at work in Hinamizawa. I think it's proof that the incidents weren't the work of humans alone. The inside of my head is so muddled, I don't know what's going on. Oh, that's right. More importantly, that expression that Rika-chan was wearing this time. That was super scary, wasn't it? It's okay. Neat. Yeah, I was surprised too. Never thought that cute little Rika-chan would laugh like that. Hey, just for a little bit. Could you show us that face one more time? I don't want to. I don't want her to do that outside of the story. How? What? What is this? A blackout? Nobody move. Any weird movements? Oh god. You'll come face to face with a combo trap that takes you from a pendulum to a landmine to an electric chair with a buzzsaw. Satoko? What's the meaning of this? Ho 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 ho! We'll now be starting the after party for everybody who didn't have an appearance this time. Ho 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 ho! Hehehe. Thanks for that wonderful introduction. Hello again, everybody. Didn't think that I'd have an appearance here of all places. I'm delighted, though. Satoko-chan, thank you. Whoa, hello everybody. Kia? Oh my, didn't I warn you not to move? Ryuki-san, are you okay? Hojo-san, you didn't have to go this far. Ho 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 ho, the grudge of somebody not making an appearance is a terrible thing. Satoko had lots of appearances in the main scenario. The grudge of somebody not making an appearance. Damn it, when was she able to set this many traps? Maybe that when this place was selected as the venue for the after party, at that point my traps were already set. Ho 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 ho. Oh, I know. There's somebody behind you pulling the strings. There is, isn't there? Come out. Shion. Hello, hello, my sister. How are you doing? That's why we're playing Shion next time. Oh, it's Shion-chan. Hello. Yeah? The thunder lightning bit gets me. I feel sorry for her for falling for the same trap twice. I thought it was you, Shion. Even though you're penciled in to be the main character in the next scenario, this is an outrage. Now you've gone and done it. Even if it is only the bonus scene before the answer arcs, I can't let my sister have all the appearances. I'm not that generous, you know? Well, in any case, I just let Satoko start a little something something. By the way, I forgot to mention this, but what's up? Let's see what it is. Remember how there was torrential rain in the stream just now? Oh, are you listening right now, Effie? Torrential rain in the stream? There's a very times 100 heavy rain right now. Oh, so it's tripping you up? With incredibly eerie and loud winds. Same? Hey, Gus. Rain just hammering on the windows. Well, that doesn't sound like a fun day. A fun night. Are you gonna be able to stream? You're playing Resonance Fate, right? It's howling like Manga S. Let's do one of these. Anyway, have a good stream. Sounds good, Effie. Have a good one. It's been raining all night here. Oh man. Yeah, I'll catch you later, Effie. Have a good one. Yeah, it didn't rain yesterday. It rained Friday, for sure. That's why we had to stop early on that day. Yeah, take care. In any case, I just let Satoko start a little something something. Grr. Shion, what is it that you want? Let's just say I'm securing myself a little safety buffer. The other day, for some reason, you're steadily getting more votes in the popularity poll. The rain started around 7 PM yesterday. It's still going? What? Into the morning? Damn. Yep, in the first half of the Watanagashi chapter, there were a lot of people getting infatuated with Michan. When your malicious side made its appearance, all the players finally started noticing the charm. Satoko also earned a good reputation during the Tata Higurashi arc. Rena and Rika-chan have a strong baseline of support. Your popularity has long since faded away. That's why. I thought I'd take the time now to crush you and Satoko, who've been getting too many votes for my comfort. So I came up with this elaborate plan to have a new chapter. Shion-san, what did you say now? What did you say just now? You're gonna crush me as well? You're a little slow to notice, aren't you, Shorty? Here you go. What? What was that angelic noise? Goodbye, all you regulars. Hello to all you irregular folk. All the main characters are done for. I do like this thing. Shion-chan, you don't have to go that far, probably. No, Jiro-san. It's interesting, so just let it be. The number of appearances for the both of us is going to go up, you know, Jiro-san. Do you not like being by my side? That's not true. Chia-sensei, did Chi-chan pay you off too? I'm sorry, Ryugu-san. Shion-san said she would make me a new segment called Teach Me, Chia-sensei, starting from the next scenario, so I just... Well then, who should I dispose of next in the most embarrassing manner? Maybe Satoko, since she helped me set this all up? I won't allow that! Yeah! Oh hey, Coach. Coach! Seems somehow reliable for once. I, Kyosuke Irie, shall not allow any aggression against Satoko-chan. I may also just be a supporting character, but don't think you can persuade me so easily. Oh. Then you're saying you want to withdraw from being the lead in live performance Satoko's maid training dress-up chapter that we planned on filming after this? Shion-sama. I, Kyosuke Irie, shall follow you to the depths of hell. That was fast. Well then, with this, I'm holding all the cards. Even in this after-party scene too. I'll have everything proceed as I see fit. Huh? We're missing somebody. Kichi. Shion-sama. Rena-san isn't here. She escaped at some point. There she is. Ryugu-san. Didn't I just tell you you shouldn't move? Rena-chan. I won't do anything to hurt you, but it's easier if you don't resist. Sorry, but all this is really bizarre. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Light switches? I see. You're planning to do something when the room's pitch black, aren't you? Hehehe. Resistance is futile. Rena-san, you should stop your pointless resistance and just come along peacefully. If you make me angry enough, then not only will you suffer, but so will my dear sister as well. You can't do anything just by turning off the lights. Rena, I'm sorry, but do what they say. It's alright, don't worry. By turning off the lights, we can reverse the situation. Reverse the situation? Exactly what are you scheming? Hahaha. Rena-san, you're pretty good at making me laugh. Then why don't you go ahead and try? Show me how you're going to turn this around. You're spoiled, Shi-chan. Even if you didn't have any appearances in the main scenario, you've had so much screen time during this after party, you're spoiled. When exactly are you saying I was spoiled? I feel like that's new face. You don't understand, Shi-chan. Even if it's just the after party, you still have an appearance. You also appeared a lot in the previous scenarios. There's somebody who resents you from the depths of hell. I can't forgive you. Listen, can't you hear it, Shi-chan? That's right. I understand now. I get it. Kei-chan. That's right. He never has any appearances during the after parties. There's no way Kei-chan will allow somebody to monopolize the after party all to themselves without him. I see. So, how is Kei-chan going to appear here when he doesn't even have any character art? Couldn't possibly be that they'd insert new character art just for this. Would they? That's just your self-centered way of thinking, Shi-chan. Gah. No. The lights are turned off. Chia-sensei, hold Rena-chan back. Huh? Huh? It's too late? Save me, Keiichi-kun! That voice is Kei-chan? Rena, you have my thanks. When even the moon abandons the land and shrouds it in true darkness. The demon lord of the darkness black, Keiichi Maebara, shall appear. I see. It's like this. He can appear even if he doesn't have any character art. There's no character or background art, so it's really easy on the production staff. Wahahaha, Shion. You act like you're the main character in a tragedy, but from my point of view, it's more like a comedy. It seems like you've gotten a little carried away. After party. Without any character art, without any sort of appreciation. Witness my anger, my grudge, and all of my sorrow. I shall instill it all upon you. It almost seems like Keiichi-kun is doing some sort of bad guy transformation sequence. It's kind of getting G Gundam vibes. This isn't some sort of transformation. I'll have you know, I've always been a demon lord. And as of right now, this world, which is enveloped within true darkness, shall dance upon the palm of my hand. Within this world of darkness, there are none who can oppose me. Keiichi-kun is kinda scary. How scary? Wahahaha. The age of the frightening Higurashi has come to an end. From here on out begins the dawn of a perverted and kitschy Higurashi. Well, what did you say? Mibara-sama, bring me with you. Is that Coach? You know what, Coach? It is Coach. And as a first step, I'll show our Dr. Kung Coach high power. What? Dr. Kun? Looks soon cool louder. What is this? Takana-san is in a miniskirt nurse outfit. And it's not some pink one like you find in a porno. That's what he's doing. It's a proper, pure, and innocent white. Even though she's a nurse, she doesn't appear in the outfit once during the main scenario. You gotta be kidding me. Well then, on to the next target. Rena. This hasn't changed the situation at all. It's just turned into a different type of crisis. How? I can't do anything in this darkness. Now then, who should I make wear what next? Maybe a nice school uniform, gym clothes, school swimsuit, triple combo. Mibara-sama, you're the best. How about a buddy girl, or a campaign girl costume? No, lingerie could be good too. No, wait. How about just about making everybody naked? But of course, leave the socks on. Whoa, that's a good idea. You know your stuff. Coach, I feel like we're finally seeing eye to eye here. Wait, Mibara-san. No, K. Call me Ill. Ill? I'll? From now on. Call me Dr. Ill. Okay, you can't forget about us. Foo-foo. Tommy and Kurado are already on your side, Kay. Foo-foo-foo. Tommy? Kurado? We're all finally here. The Elite Four have arrived. Tommy? Finally. With Kay at their head, the evil Elite Four made their grand entrance. With the complete darkness, the Demon Lord of the Darkest Black, Keiichi Mibara, was finally able to reach the surface world. His magic power was without equal. In this darkness, nobody could stand against him. All must bow. Will the heroines be unable to escape this darkness and be forced to submit to the will of the Demon Lord? Forced to wear embarrassing outfit after embarrassing outfit? Being used as life-size dress-up dolls for all eternity? That's great. More. By the way, the school swimsuits are the classic type, right? I won't forgive you if they're the competitive swimming style. Damn it. Shion. Thanks to you, it ended up like this, so do something about it. It's alright, sis. Kei-chan isn't the only one who can unleash their true power amid the darkness. Huh? We have such a convenient ally? Gahahaha. You're rather impertinent, Shion Sonozaki. Also, if you were expecting help from the principal, that's too bad. This is the ultimate desire of young men. If you call yourself a man, do your best is written on the nice little authorization slip here. Of course, you won't be able to rely on the newcomer Akasaka-san either. He's been on a private couple's hot springs vacation and his wife's family set up for them since yesterday. In other words, all the bases are covered. You're so naive, Kei-chan. Even characters who have art are able to reveal their true form in darkness. Chie-sensei! That's how it is, Meibark. It's dark, so I can't really tell, but it seems like Chie-sensei's outfit is different. What are those? All those swords in her hands. They couldn't be. The black... Any more than that is a secret. Nipa! What? Mibara-kun. That was just a little too much mischief on your part. The church can't overlook any more than this. Well, wait a minute. This here. There's no way, right? That's cheating. It's against the rules. Hey, she can't do this, right? Well, wait, you can't use that big one. Huh? Her arc drive has startup invincibility? The 7th... Gah. See, this is why I can't watch Gintama, or, you know, some other stuff. References. I'm lost. Is that Guilty Gear? No, it can't be, right? some fighting game, for sure, right? Hello again. Thank you very much for playing Higurashi When They Cry in Matsubushi. I think you already know this, but Higurashi When They Cry is a type of visual novel without any choices. Therefore, compared to adventure-type visual novels with branching routes to take, it's much closer to the experience of a book or movie. Because of that, there's the opinion out there that this should not be called a game, per se. If you're just watching it like a book or a movie, Higurashi When They Cry isn't really a game, true. That's why, as you know, there are a lot of mysteries referenced during the course of the experience. When you challenge those, this work will become a proper game. All players have the privilege of scrutinizing this mystery-packed story from all sorts of angles. For example, forming a theory about the mysteries during the course of the story, sharing them with your friends, and receiving their theories in return could be fun. In any case, the next chapter starts the answer arcs. We've tentatively called it Meakashi, but answers are a sad thing. Based on what is revealed, all the possibilities that you were allowed to imagine until now will suddenly become refined down to a few. Based on that logic, we think that right here, before the answer arcs, is probably where the people can enjoy this work we call Higurashi When They Cry the most. If by chance, while you're reading this, you already have the Meakashi chapter at hand, please enjoy hypothesizing, theorizing, and fantasizing to the fullest before you start. That's where the real charm of the series takes place. Haha, sorry for saying something so impudent. There's nothing better we'd like than for you to enjoy Higurashi When They Cry. Well then, have a long and pleasant night. We're waiting for you all in Hinamizawa. If you come and play with Rena, I'd love to go treasure hunting together. How? Matsubushi party. Well, we're gonna switch over to chapter 3, because I do want to look at some things there before we start. Actually, it's possible to, like, launch it at the same time. Have 2 games running? It's possible! Oh, that's cool. Alright. Chapter 3. So close out of this one. Then we'll go over here. So I'm gonna go to what about the tips? Sequence trap, second manager, preliminary autopsy. Because this is about the first person that died, right? Also, Effie's live. Oh right, because of Hangouts. I forgot about that. That happens early. Shout out to Effie. Go check them out. Playing Resonance of Fate. We check this. Okay. Oops. Let's kill in the following manner. Traces left. Here's no severed. Five nails. Okay, so yeah, this is the one that died at the beginning, right? Addition, that's like the table of sign. I mean, the Sonozaki killed this person. S-Group. But why? Dumbbell. Luigi Rivers. S-Group. Did it say? I didn't say. Did that? Or was that at the beginning? Research notes, post memo. Case 31. Let's go back. I guess not. Research notes are going to be Takano's, right? I'm going to say no. Post memo. There's a call for you from Section 4 Chiefs. Still verifying what happened. Cease was tortured. Like, I know they said the name of the person. I can't recall. If anything, I mean, I guess they'll reveal it later. We'll come up again. 1981. Whoops. But that was 1981, right? That wasn't, emergency. Record of malice. Right, and that's Toko's note. Let's go to chapter jump. It's not the epilogue, it's day 13 too. So we skip this. That's when Ide dies. Coach died. It's sad. Then we're gonna see Rika dying. Wait, what are you checking? Something about Satoko. Because I guess I must have missed it. I just wanted to make sure. But it's like when they get to the bridge, when Satoko starts explaining about possession. Calm down, murder. Kill Tsukano-san. And we keep chasing. I think it's after it shows the storage house. Hold on. Oh, no, stop. Okay. It's dark and creepy. She panicked. She climbed the bundle of chains just to win. Doesn't take very long. And as for what happened next, Rika. These words at the time, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. Sorry, I'm sorry. Should have said it was me, should have said so. What has been strange? I don't understand this social scars. Forsaking my best friend. They vanished in that muddy stream. My Minot died too, but then Nini, who loved me more than anyone, ran away from home. And then Kichi-san was possessed, and even Rika got killed. So never mind, I got spoiled then. Cause, wait, well, hold on, it's not over yet. Thrust away with amazing force. Okay. So then, yeah, I got spoiled. It's fine. I mean, I guess they'll show it, but... Okay. This is the first time. Spoiled how? About an event that happened in the past. I mean, it's not a big event, it's just... it revealed something, but... it's not a big deal, I don't think. Give me back Keiichi. I'll lose Lex View. So business costs took presentation. Very loose, the very end. For that to happen to the very end like this was tragic. Stop speaking. Okay. I guess that's when we fall down. So from there, because then he just monologues, right? Yeah, those are the last words. Okay. So let's go to the epilogue. Because I want to look at Hinamizawa syndrome. I haven't gone back and looked at my VODs yet, so I don't. This is why we're doing it live. Epilogue 1. Because Epilogue 2 is the interview, right? Unless... No, this should be it. Because this goes into the deaths. What can I guess? But it's not. 1,200 victims, 28 gone missing. Because even a year after the 1985, it's still under quarantine. They still couldn't solve the mystery. So that's a whole thing. In addition, sparking a wave of chaos. More extreme protocols suggest there's an extension. Strong interest in theories about the curse. Who had escaped the disaster complained of sickness afterwards and were hospitalized. Some of them even died of unknown causes, further encouraging such extreme opinions. On top of that, several relatives were starting to be possessed by Oshio-san's curse, committed suicide in strange ways. The impact of the disaster has had on the entire nation cannot longer be ignored. Killing people was spilled across the country. Difficulty breathing, headache, dizziness. Some would identify themselves as being obsessed by it, began doing odd things. Some began to call him into issue arising from the Hinamizawa tragedy, the Hinamizawa syndrome. All kinds of rumors. It's for the decrease in the gas density. Did that happen in chapter 4? The second one? It must have, right? Well, that's why it was still blocked off. Okay, I think that's it. That's just what I wanted to check out. Right, and then Shion committed suicide, like in August or something. Keiichi died on my birthday. Okay. So, Keiichi got super paranoid, killed Rena, killed Mion, and then clawed out Fio's birthday. And then clawed out his own throat. Shion killed the Fantastic Club, so... And then she killed Miriki Miyoshi. And then she died. Because there was some sort of scuffle in her room. And then she fell over the balcony. She obviously know answers, of course, right? No, of course. We're going through it right now. So Toko, in her story... yeah, I'm not sure. So I guess she pushed her parents to her death, and I tried to look for that. That's what I was looking for, is that she pushed her parents, but I didn't see that. So I think that was... I didn't see anything indicating that she said she was possessed. That's fine. That's okay. This is a detail. And then Rika... She's what is it? What is his name? Bill Murray. Groundhog Day. Except it seems worse because she remembers everything and it's before 5 years before the events happen. And her mother wrote in her diary, her journal, that she noticed that Rika's being weird, and then the curry rice thing. Who taught her how to make curry rice? So she's having a Groundhog Day, and it looks like it's probably from birth. Which is... yeah, that's not fun. So I guess they'll explain that. How that works. Yeah. Alternate worlds, alternate realities, I guess. It rained on Watanagashi, whereas in the other two chapters it didn't. And then... yeah. I guess we'll see. I don't know what else to chime in, but... since we're playing a Shion next, I guess that's gonna answer all the stuff from Watanagashi. So, alright. Grand scheme of things will slowly unfold in the next few chapters. Right. And then Mio Takano is very suspicious. Oishi, I don't know what happened to Oishi in Tatarugi. Like, he called in about a license plate number, so maybe he was following up on something. Maybe it was Mio's car, but I don't know. But yeah, let's just enjoy the ride. Let's see where this goes. Let's go ahead and launch Meakashi. Oh, right. It does this. I forgot about this. Goes into that. Properties. And 5. Make that big. Close out of chapter 3. Now let's go. Let's see where this goes. And Rena went crazy. She changed her name. That's the new title screen. Whoa, okay. Alrighty then. Let's just start. So I think we'll stop at 11. So about 2 hours. So see how far we can go. At least one chapter, maybe. Meakashi, beloved cutthroat. Eye-opening chapter. Welcome to the world of Higurashi when they cry, Kai. We finally reached the halfway point. From the viewpoint of the protagonist, try to find the truth behind the tragedy that unfolds. The difficulty is very high. It won't be easy to comprehend the motive of the perpetrator. It won't. And Satoshi went crazy. She dropped her beads in the sand, so the girl cried. For 100 years, the girl searched the sands. They might be in the ocean, not the sand, so the girl cried. For 100 years, the girl searched the ocean. They might be in the mountains, not the ocean, so the girl cried. How many years will pass before the girl wonders if she really dropped them? It's a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons or organizations is entirely coincidental. 7 keys were attached to the keychain. So it's not Keiichi. Without knowing which key was the correct one, I had to go by instinct and try every key, one by one. On average, I'd reach the correct key within 3.5 attempts. I'd be fortunate if I could open the lock within the first 3 keys. I'd be unfortunate if I didn't. I had to think of the worst case scenario, getting the right key only on the very last attempt. I fought with my nervousness, my head ached from it. I put the key in and turned it. I just needed to repeat that small procedure several more times, but I couldn't stop shaking. Damn. Even a 3-year-old kid can do something this easy. So am I more childish than a 3-year-old? Whatever. I don't care if I'm clumsy. I'm just gonna try all these keys. Even in the worst case scenario, the lock will open on the 7th try. No way. Reality isn't always the same as math. What happened was worse than my worst case scenario. None of the keys worked at all. I could feel the blood draining from my brain. Did I get the wrong set of keys? No, I definitely see a faint marking that says this set is for this door. Am I just reading it wrong? Should I go back to the key cabinet to look for the right one? That would mean a great loss of time. Just by being here, I'm already risking so much. Something that could ruin everything might happen at any moment. If I can't open this lock, do I have to go back to the administration office? If there were no other choice, it'd be a waste of time to spend another second here. The administration office wouldn't necessarily be empty at this time. Somebody might come in. I won't be able to look for the right key if that happens. I stood up quickly, as if electrified. I was almost in a panic, and so felt the urge to move. My instinct pushed me. I have to go back there as quickly as possible. It's dangerous to be here. It's also dangerous if somebody comes into the administration office. I cooled my head, making it as chilly as possible, to repress my fear. Calm down, Shion. Mion wouldn't panic in this situation. Maybe I'm just mistaken. Why don't I try the keys one more time? The next moment, I felt a faint vibration in the air. Somebody was walking somewhere in the hallway. If it were a normal situation, I would have known I wouldn't run into them, since the footsteps were very far away. But at the time, I couldn't think calmly. Ah, shit. Why am I panicking this much just because of footsteps? Calm down, calm down. I should be feeling excited instead. Calm down, calm down. I just need to do what I have to do. I should ignore the footsteps because they're not an immediate threat. Pretend they aren't there. I have to listen for something much more important right now. Ah, shit. This key should be hard and cold, but it's pliable and hot. Feels like rubber. How could I stick this into the keyhole? Shit, shit, shit. It wasn't the key that was pliable. It's my fingers that were limp. Ah, shit, shit, shit. The key sprung out of my hand and fell to the floor. It shouldn't have made any sound, because it was so pliable, but it made a tremendous metal noise as if somebody pushed over a cupboard. Cling. The sound almost stopped my heart. I felt dizzy for a while. I looked around afterwards to carefully see if I had caused any disturbance to the surroundings. Calm down, calm down. Nothing's changed. I don't hear anything. So am I safe? Calm down, calm down, calm down. Wait, I don't hear anything. What about those footsteps in the distance? Calm down, calm down, calm down. Are they looking for me after they notice the sound? Ah, shit. What is that sound I'm hearing? Isn't my sweat dripping on the floor? Shut up, shut up, shut up. How could I hear the sound of my sweat? Calm down, calm down, calm down. Calm the fuck down. I have to clarify. This isn't a prison or a detention center. It's a private school. Not a normal one, though. It costs a fortune just to get in. It's a boarding school that provides education from elementary school to university. Being for girls only, rather than a school, you could say it's a factory that manufactures ladies. Some of my classmates here have never even used public transportation. Really? It isn't normal. To me, saying, "How nice to see you," instead of just "Hi," is already insane. And calling the teachers sisters gives me the creeps. I hate the morning and evening prayers, to say nothing of the Sunday Mass. I don't want to memorize the Bible passages, and the Holy Ghost gives me a rash. If I stayed in this institution, that's what I call the place, for many years I'd either go crazy or be brainwashed. Most of the girls choose to be brainwashed, but I can't do that. After all, I was more impressed by the political schemes and international trade behind religious propagation than by the love of God, which the Bible teaches. Because of that, I've been treated as a problematic child from the beginning. I experienced lots of disadvantages as a result. I realized that quickly, so I superficially pretended to be normal. However, I got tired of acting, so I started to reveal my true self from time to time. I became a problematic child once again. People started to treat me differently once again. It's fun to misbehave, but it wouldn't do anything for me in the long run. So, why did I act that way? Why? Even though I knew it was going to backfire on me later on. After examining my emotions, I realized that I completely had it with my surroundings. I was afraid of being brainwashed in this institution. I can't live here. I won't let them brainwash me. 6 months ago, I decided to escape this place. The moment I made up my mind, I started to feel alive again. I acted ladylike in order to deceive the sisters. Pretending became fun once I'd set my goal. It gave me the creeps when they told me with smiles that it was God's influence that I started to behave religiously. I left them behind their backs. I took on my classmates' duties in order to understand the layout of the school and the schedules of the staff and guards. I soon found out that the security of the school was immensely tight because there were many daughters of important people living there. The guards walked their beat randomly. There were surveillance cameras everywhere. The system that kept out intruders, ironically, also worked to prevent escapees. But that excited me instead. I simulated how to avoid all this surveillance in my head many times. I drew an escape route in the corner of my notes during class and tested if it worked. I strove to acquire any necessary skills for the escape. It was all fun. After all, the situation was cathartic for me. That's who I am. No matter how hard they tried to brainwash me, I'd never change. I'd been waiting for the moment of my escape, preparing physically and mentally. First, I needed the courage to escape. I had to be confident of the plan. I had to think deeply about it. I also needed skills and physical strength. I imagined all the possible obstacles and trained myself. It was funny because I was finally able to enjoy gym classes, even the long-distance runs. I needed a perfect plan, as well as the physical strength and skills necessary to execute it. Also, supported by those things, I needed determination. I made sure that I had all I needed and executed the plan. I decided to plant a seed in school before the appointed day. The seed was a rumor that one of the male teachers was having a relationship with a student. I won't go into the details now, but that can turn into an enormous problem in this school. School is limited to girls precisely because their parents want to avoid those kinds of problems. Those parents are mostly important people from various positions. If the romance was a fact and was leaked to the public, the principal would have to commit suicide in shame. In fact, even that might not be enough. In the world of girls, rumors spread fast, especially when they're separated from boys and are obsessed with dirty thoughts. So this kind of rumor goes around really quickly. The sisters try to get rid of that kind of rumor, and they warn the students not to be swayed by it. But apparently they're the ones who are most swayed by those rumors. This means that I managed to make them furtively deal with something shady without contacting families or the authorities. So if I disappeared in these circumstances, it looked like I ran away with some teacher. All the male teachers would deny it, of course. However, the school wouldn't believe what they said so easily. After all, there's a dirty rumor going around. By the time the school finds out about my escape after they eliminate all the other possibilities, I'll be somewhere safe. I tried hard to spread the rumor that I was involved in a forbidden romance as widely as possible. The sisters questioned me a few times, but since the romance was something I'd made up, they couldn't find anything. No matter how hard they tried, they couldn't find any evidence. After 3 months, I was certain that I created a solid foundation. I swapped after dinner duties with my classmates so that I could adjust my schedule on this day. I was even able to fill them with suspicion about me by doing that. Now they definitely suspect I ran away with some male teacher. Tonight was the night. I began my chores after dinner. After lights out, somebody will find out about my disappearance. My generous roommate would probably wait about 10 minutes before she reported me to a sister, but no longer than that. At about an hour tops. That's enough for me. I took a step off my regular route. That was the first step toward my great escape. I calmed down and thought, the key shouldn't be wrong. This lock is old and firm. Isn't it possible that I put the right one in, but the lock was just stiff, and I only thought I got the wrong one? I realized that my nervousness was making me clumsy. The gloves that I'm wearing to avoid leaving fingerprints must be getting in the way too. I should try the keys one more time. I picked the most probable one, and gently inserted it into the keyhole. It's stiff. I twisted too strongly, I might break the key. The moment I thought of giving up, I felt something in my fingertips. The key worked. I slowly opened the door. I could hear the crickets. I don't have to hesitate now, but somehow I'm reluctant to step outside. I can still make excuses up to this point. It might look awkward, but I still can. But if I take a step outside now, there can be no excuse. If the guards find me, they'll take me to the office immediately. There have been escape attempts before. It's not really so strange. I don't think I'm the only heathen here. It's understandable that there have been people before who couldn't fit in this place. So the school is well aware of the possibility of escapees. I've heard rumors about what happened to those who were caught while attempting to escape. I don't want to believe any of those stories, though. You see, all the school's horror stories involve students who attempted escapes. Whatever, bring it on. Not expecting to get a second chance anyway. Well, there'll always be only one chance. Things get serious beyond this door. I psych myself up and push the door open. A strong smell was hanging in the air. Is that normal for the outside? I like this. I never smelled this strong, gassy smell before. Is there something going on? Do I have to be wary of it? Should I go back and wait for another chance? That's silly. There's nothing strange going on. The smell is something I smell every day. I just wasn't aware of it. It's true, isn't it? Even though I pretend to be cool, I'm nothing but a nervous wreck. Calm down, Shion. I can rely only on the map inside my head from this point onward. I've researched the locations of all the surveillance cameras. I'm confident that I'll be able to avoid all of them. But I'm not sure about the guards. They take their patrol routes randomly after all. I have to take a chance. I can hide myself in most places, but there's an area where there's nowhere to hide for several meters. I concentrated to keep my senses keen. Well, I have to depend on my luck in the end. RNG. Even if I do my best, the guard might find me by mere chance. On the contrary, I might be able to get away no matter how unwisely I choose to move, if I'm lucky. Damn. After all that effort, it just boils down to luck. This is a gamble after all. When I realized that, I got excited. Yes, this is a gamble. Trying my luck. This is a game to test the determination that changed my life. If somebody failed to escape from the school, that meant they didn't have enough luck to survive in the real world. But I'm different. I'm going to get out of here. I'm testing my luck. Here goes, Shion. I ignored the noisy bugs and concentrated only on suspicious sounds. I heard no threats. The loudest sound wasn't the bugs, it was my own heartbeat. Crunch. Even my own footsteps were so loud they could break my eardrums. With each and every step, my overactive imagination tormented me with premonitions of unexpected run-ins with guards. Countless times that torture grew too hard to bear, and I thought of running. But if I broke into a run, the noise I made would only draw suspicion. If anyone heard running at a time and place where people shouldn't be, they would realize something abnormal was happening. But if footsteps they heard were just walking, then they'd likely think nothing of it. Of course, I don't plan on even letting them hear those footsteps. I tried to extend my senses to get as much information as possible. Didn't sense anyone's presence. I might have felt safer if I heard a guard in the distance. I'm worried that my senses might not be keen enough to detect everything. Somebody might be right behind me without me being aware of it. I didn't want to make any noise, so I stopped from time to time. It's like I'm constantly fidgeting. To stop or to run. Something within urged me to choose from either one. Can't choose to stop. I have to keep going quickly and stealthily. I'm already risking so much just by being here. Running, of course, would be absurd. Ah, I know that. The urge to run continued to bug me. My head was filled with those thoughts as I went through this dangerous territory. I succeeded in passing through without running into anybody. I couldn't help but sit for a moment and exhale the rotten air from my lungs. My negative thoughts vanished quickly. Just a little more to go. Just a little more. Just through that bush over there is the fence that separates this place from the outside world. Once again, I strongly felt the urge to run. I suppressed that desire and carefully tackled the final step. The beautiful looking fence didn't seem designed to prevent escapes. While I was worried that somebody might see me climb up the fence, it fortunately didn't happen. It's even possible that this fence might have a touch sensor. It's too late now. It doesn't mean anything now since I'm already climbing up. From the top, the fence seemed about 7 feet high. I have to go down carefully, just like when I climbed up. I knew that logically, but I couldn't think that way anymore. I chose to jump off with no hesitation. Of course, I regretted my decision during the fall. I got scared because the flight was longer than I expected. Oof. I didn't land beautifully. I fell into my butt. But there was nobody around to laugh, and I didn't have time to be embarrassed. I looked around to see if anybody heard my landing. Even the crickets weren't interested in the sound I made. I felt relieved. I looked at my watch. 5 minutes till 8 p.m. It was just a 15-minute escape. Putting a number to it really made it obvious how short it had been. Looking back, most of the time I was just asking myself questions and hesitating. I guess I worry too much. But I can't be too relaxed just yet. There's no guarantee that I fooled all the cameras. This place isn't a bank. There won't be a fire alarm going off even if the guards did see me. It's possible they're rushing this way right now. I can't enjoy the air of freedom yet. I hid myself in the darkness and waited. There's still time left until the rendezvous. Rendezvous? It's all new, it's all flashy. Watched the school premises while waiting, but it looked like nothing strange was going on. The building was lit up and the beautiful Western-style architecture made it hard to believe that it was a school. It should be armed with electrifying wires, searchlights, and guard dogs like the prison it is. I thought I experienced a surge of school memories in a situation like this, but it didn't happen. That sort of thing only happens when you have good memories. I have no good memories of the school, so there's nothing to remember. But if I could pick a series of images to recall, it'd be the luxurious dinners we had every night. So my memories would be nothing but international cuisine, Japanese, Chinese, French, and so on. What the hell? That's just too funny. I burst into laughter. At that point, I heard a car approaching. I crouched in the darkness. The plate number is the same as I was expecting. That's the car. I jumped out and rushed to the passenger side, then opened the door and got in. Oh, hey. Nice to see you, Shion-san. The driver was a man of early old age. He'd be angry if he heard me say that, though. He thinks he's still middle-aged. He looked at my face and learned that I succeeded. He smiled. Ah, the air feels so fresh. I want to eat a burger for a start. Ha 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 ha. I heard they serve excellent food in the school, but I suppose you were served nothing but gruel, yeah? No way, dumbass. I was just kidding. Step on the gas if you have time to laugh at me. As you wish. Kasai. Right, Kasai. Kasai really did laugh out loud. After telling me to buckle up, he accelerated. The cathedral-like school disappeared from the mirror in an instant. It disappeared so quick that I didn't have time for a surge of dinner memories. Goodbye, my lovely school days. Oh, that was anime. Haha, I'm gonna fill my stomach with junk food from now on. I'll forever be free from the table manners you taught me. Haha, serves you right. As we drove, the scenery began to change. Soon we were surrounded by vast fields of crops and a few streetlights. It reminded me that this was just the countryside of Japan, not Europe. Are you hungry? Would you like me to stop somewhere to eat? That's okay, I already ate. I lied. I'm actually a bit hungry. Didn't eat much at dinner to avoid slowing myself down with a full stomach. I appreciated Kasai's offer, but I didn't feel like taking the time to eat while we were still in the enemy territory. It's late, so I'll find only vending machines at the highway rest stops. Though I've heard there are hamburger and Odin vending machines nowadays. Huh? What the hell? Will that dispense a cup and ingredients like a coffee vending machine? That's gross. I don't think it's like that. It usually comes in a can. Sorry. Can't stand canned food. Still? But you might have grown out of it. I haven't because I can't. Shut up. Why are you laughing? Kasai chuckled. He must have been trying to help me relax. He isn't usually so talkative. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna get some sleep. How do I recline this? Look for the lever on the lower left part of the seat. Can you find it? Oh, here it is. Here I go. Kasai laughed again. Did I do something funny? No. It's just that the way you talked it sounded like Mion-san. Well, obviously. Mion and I are identical twins. We're perfect copies of each other. When I react to something, so will Mion. When Mion reacts to something in a certain situation, I'll react the same way. How's Sis? I believe she's fine. You only see her when I bring your father to the family councils. That's right, she doesn't live in our parents' home anymore. She's living with the hag in Hinamizawa now, isn't she? She moved into the May house around the same time you started going to that school. I responded with disinterest, even though I was the one to ask about her in the first place. The main house is where Oryu, the current leader of the Sonozaki family, lives. That's my grandma, who I call a hag. When we use the phrase the main house, that usually means more than just a dwelling. What Kasai refers to is the same thing. Did she change? You mean Mion-san? Yeah. I think she has to have changed if she's living so closely with the hag. Kasai chuckled yet again. He knows I hate my grandma. Haven't noticed any changes. She still is the Mion-san you know. What about me? Did I change? No, not at all. Kasai responded quickly with a smirk. Haven't seen him for a while, though. It's not fun if he answers this quickly. I glared at him, and then he burst out laughing. Ha 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 ha. You haven't changed at all. That's admirable, since you've been in such a strict school for so long. Damn it. Laugh as much as you want. I'm gonna go to sleep. There's a blanket in the back. Please make use of it. Thanks. I grabbed the blanket and rolled up in it. I'm exhausted, but I can't go to sleep. It's strange. Maybe not. Must be tired from the escape. It's just that I'm still feeling tense. So I have to declare it once again, if only to calm myself. I'm sleeping. I totally am. Alright, it's the third time you said that. Do I have to give you permission to sleep? You're talking too much. Can't go to sleep if you don't quiet down. I apologize, princess. I'll keep quiet now. This interaction with Kasai reminded me of the old, peaceful days in Okadamiya. Well, I don't really know if I can call those days peaceful. We were in the middle of the dam protest back then, after all. We all united together. Now that I think about it, we pulled a lot of pretty dangerous stunts. If the authorities ever find out what I did, I'd never escape going to juvie. Well, at least half the people in Hinamizawa would be off to prison. They didn't think of them as criminal acts, though. It was a war. It might also have been a festival. A festival where every person in Hinamizawa joined together in protest. It was a struggle, but it was also fun. It was fun to throw stones at the SWAT team with everybody. We hid ourselves in somebody's home when they chased after us. We'd even go crowd around the police station demanding the release of our arrested comrades. When we snuck into the construction site and sabotaged it, it felt more like we were playing at war than conducting one. I got so excited back then. I felt united with my fellow members, even though they were strangers to me. That memory warms my heart. Yes, the way it felt back then was like helping everyone to carry a sacred palanquin through the village, getting all sweaty and exhausted together. Until we all collapsed face first on the ground and shared our excitement and cheers with unfamiliar faces over tea. I was just a kid back then. I remembered accompanying young men who worked for my dad out to the village to do various bad things. I was arrested a few times. Didn't feel any different, though, than when I was called to the teacher's office for forgetting my homework. The other villagers were furious about the dam project, but for those of us who were kids at the time, it's a pretty fun memory. All that came to a sudden end a few years ago. It wasn't only the power of the protest that ended the dam construction project. The Sonozaki family and my dad's organization had worked secretly in the shadows. This is top secret information in the Sonozaki family, but it said they may or may not have kidnapped the Minister of Construction's grandson, in order to blackmail him. The grandson was found a few days after the abduction. He was found in the mountains of Higurashi. He didn't simply disappear, and he wasn't demoned away. That means some kind of deal was made secretly. A year after that, the dam construction plan was halted indefinitely. The police suspected the villagers' involvement and investigated, but they couldn't find any leads. The villagers never betrayed each other. They do anything to protect their fellow man. They fabricated fake alibis and fake evidence. It was easy to deceive the police. Gah. The car suddenly shook, snapping me out of it. Must have read over a bump or something. I suddenly realized my expression was a very happy one for some reason. I must be looking forward to going home. Shion-san, are you awake? What is it? Would you like me to take you to the house in Okadamiya? Where else would you be taking me? I answered straightforwardly with a frown. Kasai then also chose to reply straightforwardly. It was the family head who decided on your enrollment in St. Lucia, and you ran away from there. You do understand the situation you're in. The school the hag chose didn't fit me, that's all. Shion-san. I know. Shut up. As the head of the Sonozaki family, the Hag's decisions are absolute. They're nothing like, say, the 3-second rule. Worse, the decision to confine me to an academy far away from the Sonozaki family was made before I was even born. Shion was the name they gave me. My sister, Mion, has a character that means demon in her name. That was to signify that she's the successor of demons. In other words, she would be the successor to the Sonozaki family and its demonic bloodline. My name, Shion, has a character that means temple in it. This means that I was destined to take the veil and be confined in a temple. Thinking of that reminds me how much I hate this name of mine. For starters, the person known as Shion is an abominable being to the Sonozaki family, because it meant the family had 2 heirs. I don't have to cite the countless historical examples to explain. It's easy to imagine how that could prove troublesome for succession. According to our long-held family traditions, one of the twins was to be strangled to death right after birth. Unbelievable, isn't it? It's a little messed up. What that means is that I have to be grateful just to be alive and breathing to this day. I heard the hag actually put her hands around my neck right after I was born. I don't know what exchange took place in that moment. Maybe some brave relative of mine managed to get her to stop. Or maybe she was in an extremely good mood that day. Then don't try to strangle me. We're twins. There are no apparent differences between us. But the first one out of my mom's stomach was named Mion, and the second one drew the short straw and got named Shion. Everyone else was desperate to tell us apart, but we sisters just found out awfully ridiculous. There wasn't any difference between us. No one could tell us apart, even if we only swapped hats. We wondered why all the grown-ups were trying to see the differences. Well, our fun as twins didn't last forever. One day, they created an undeniable, clear distinction between Mion and Shion. Mion went to the main Sonozaki house to live with the hag and to learn how to become the successor. And I was to be confined at St. Lucia's. I have no objections to Sisa's inheritance. I used to be jealous, but now I feel that having to learn about and follow the traditions would just make me tired. I even feel sorry for Mion. So I'm not going to be a threat to the family even if I'm back in Okunomiya. But the hag doesn't seem to think that way. She thinks of me as some kind of evil omen. That's why she wants to keep me away from her. That doesn't matter to me. I don't want to see her face either. I don't care if she doesn't allow me to enter Hinamizawa. She can charge me 10,000 yen per step I take there. But I want her to let me live in Okunomiya, where I grew up. When I was little, I was in Hinamizawa, but I don't remember it much. I'm not very attached to it. I do have good memories of my elementary school days in Okunomiya. The town isn't very sophisticated, but I kind of like it there. If you go back to Okunomiya, somebody from the family will notice you, and then they'll report you to the main house. Are you worried the hag will hear about me? That might be a problem. Hope you understand the situation. What, Kasai? Are you telling me to go back to that awful place? No, I'm not. What I'm trying to say is, I want to know whether I'm prepared or not. I just hope you understand what might happen. Well, I know what you mean. You'll be held responsible for helping me escape if things go bad, right? You should caress your pinky fingers while you can, Kasai, before they take it away from you. You should look forward to being rolled up in a futon mat and thrown into the Onigafushi swamp in that case. Maybe they'll send you to the torture room in that garden. In the garden. Heard there's a big torture room in the main Sonozaki house. Never seen it though. Heard they used to torture and kill the enemies of the village in there. It's just awful, really. Hope I don't end up as the victim of that place. Okay. Everything's going to be alright. You really resemble your mother. In the way you take chances, I mean. That's normal. She's my mom. My dad and mom will be furious if they find out about my escape. I'm more afraid of them than of the hag. I don't want to go into details, but my dad is part of the Yakuza. He's in charge of the organization which covers the Shishimon area. He's in a very important position. So is Kasai here. He's an old friend of Dad, who really trusts him. I don't know if this is true, but I heard Kasai used to be very aggressive, though he's gentle now. I also heard he has tons of scars. He was in charge of a few large areas, but after he was injured badly in a fight, he retired. Now he's my dad's consultant, aka a drinking buddy. He was my caretaker in my childhood. Now I feel like he's my butler. At first, I thought my dad asked him to supervise me, so I hated him. But in time, I started to feel like he was on my side. This is just a hunch, but I think Kasai used to be in love with my mom. My dad, mom, Kasai were in a love triangle. But my dad took the lead in the end. Kasai couldn't leave my mom entirely, so he stayed around as my dad's friend. I can tell that from the way he acts. He's seeing my mom in me. That's why he says I look like my mom every now and then. Kinda gave me the creeps at first, but he isn't a bad guy at all. It's actually pretty funny. I only found that out after I got used to him. So when I thought about escaping, I naturally turned to him. Contacted him in an early stage of my plan and arranged to meet him today. You could call him a conspirator. It's not surprising he's worried about my return to Okunomiya. Considering the rules and traditions, cutting off his pinky finger isn't too far from reality. Might be rolled up in a futon mat and thrown to the swamp for real too. Even so, there's only one place for me to return. I'm going to Okunomiya and nowhere else. That's my hometown. This might be a kind of homesickness. I don't care what it looks like. So what are you gonna do? Sonozaki family is everywhere. Well, I'll lay low for now. If somebody sees me, I'll tell them I'm Mio. Hahaha. Then what? Then after things calm down a little bit, I'll start talking to my closest relatives. And I know they'll be on my side. I know some people who covered for me when I had a fight with my dad once. I see. Trying to create a fate. Complete, so that the Sonozaki main house will have to accept you later on. Hope that works. It will. There are many people who are opposed to the idea of enrolling me in that school. That decision was obviously made because of the hag's hatred toward me. Don't you agree, Kasai? Well, yes. I thought that decision was excessive. She couldn't make the right decision because she was suffering from menopause. All the fuss surrounding the damn protests drove her nuts. Kasai smiled. Couldn't go to sleep after all, even though I was rolled up in a blanket. Even though I told Kasai to shut up, I kept talking to him. In time, I got tired of talking. As I could feel the car run smoothly on the highway, Kasai spoke to me again. Shion-san, look. I was so tired that I ignored him. I wondered what he wanted to look at, but I wasn't that interested. Yet I opened my eyes slightly, and saw a sign and quickly passed by. Kasai probably wanted me to see that sign. It had an illustration of azaleas, rather than letters that said, "Welcome to Shishibone City. My hometown is coming right up." Chapter 5. Meakashi. Are we getting an OP? Is that what's going on? Shion Sonozaki. Keiichi Mibara, Mion Sonozaki, Rika Furude, Satoko Hojo, Rena Ryugu. Starring Satoshi Hojo, Tiro Tomatake, Kuriosuke Irie, Rumiko Chie, Rada Oishi, Mio Takano, Tatsuyoshi Kasai, Kane Sonozaki. Kane? Well, now I'm curious what they do with the others. Oh, yeah. You've seen a new tip. The notebook's beginning. Time's at 9:39. So maybe we could do one more chapter. My sister. Notebook's beginning. June 1982. Satoshi Hojo disappeared several days after the Watanagashi Festival. There are 3 possible reasons for his disappearance. One possibility is that it was an accident. Dead bodies sometimes end up in irrigation channels a few months after hit-and-run incidents. But since the police did a thorough search for the area and hadn't found his body, this possibility seems small. Second possibility is a self-motivated disappearance. Satoshi-kun has been living in the in dire circumstances. His close friends actually heard him imply he might run away. The police thought he skipped town after killing his aunt. That seemed plausible considering that aspect. But the police arrested another person for the murder, and so this hypothesis must also be considered false. The last possibility is that he was involved in the series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa. It's also called the Curse of Oyoshi-Osama. He fell victim to it and disappeared. Unless Oyoshi-Osama's occult power is actually verified, this curse must be the act of humans. It's only natural to assume that Satoshi-kun was made to disappear by someone's will. But the question is, whose? Possibilities are quite limited. The culprit is either a member of the Sonozaki family, a member of the three families, or one of their many relatives. The police can assume that easily. They need to think beyond that. Who did it, how did it happen, and why did it have to be done? Why did Satoshi-kun fall victim? What was the motive? Who gave out that order? Who actually did it? The mastermind, the culprit, and the truth. All are in reach of my grasp. Maybe I'll find them right behind my back. But even so, I can't reach everywhere. There are parts of my back I have to make an effort to reach, clenching my teeth and cracking my joints so the tips of my fingers can barely touch them. You can just get a back scratcher. Truth is hidden in places like those. I'm writing this because I need to organize my thoughts and memories. Nobody will read it other than myself. But if somebody does, that means that either I threw these notes away because I no longer needed them, or I fell victim to the curse of Orochi-Osama in the middle of my attempt to solve the mystery. If it was the former, that's okay. But if it was the latter, please, I want you to help me. Please help this powerless young girl. Oh, man. Also, new music for this. It's not as ominous. Alright, let's see how long this next chapter is. 1982. Okay, so the year before, right? The 5th year of the series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa, also known as Orochi-Osama's Curse, 1 year prior to Keiichi Mibara's transfer. JP? What's up, Gus? I was thinking about it with the rain, right? You had your plants all set up. Hope it's not too much rain. I didn't hear a wake-up chime. Oh. Not in school anymore. My brain is half asleep, but I'm aware of that. Waking up at the same time as a chime would go off at school doesn't feel good. I can't go back to sleep after this. Still, I'm not going to live a torturous school life anymore. I can make today either happy or boring. It's up to me. What? What's up? The plants. Yeah, let's talk about the plants. Are the plants okay? I can make today either happy or boring. It's up to me. Yay, that's really positive. They're inside right now. No, never mind the plants. This is more important. What's up, Gus? Speak your mind. Can I find that one song from chapter 4? Oh shit. Can't. That was during the fight, right? Or no? Does not exist? What? There's no OST for it? Maybe it's like an overall OST for Higurashi. In any of the soundtracks that I search? What? Oh man. I'll have to check the VOD to like see which one it was or where it was. Man, well, that's a shame. Not in any of them. I know there's a lot of like spin-offs and stuff, and I know that brings up the search, or that muddles the search, but evidently they didn't have a single composer for this game. They just contracted out randomly, so there isn't any complete soundtrack. What? So that makes it difficult. You would think like someone like Silva Gunner or Gilva Sunner would have it, or something. I don't know. That's weird. Hope you have good luck on that search. Some of the music was just random royalty-free music. Oh, was it? So finding that gonna be difficult. Oh no. Is impossible? Impossible? That word again? Impossible? Nothing's impossible, Gus. I believe. You got it. I feel like I'm alive. Well, I've long since given up. Oh, man. I feel like I'm alive for the first time in a while. I didn't have any other clothes, so I was still wearing the school track uniform. It's supposed to have been designed by some famous Italian person, but it just looks plain to me. What's his name? Gucci? No. Is it Gucci? No. Can't be Gucci. What was that American Crime Story? Season 2. Giovanni Versace. Right. I don't know why. I'm drawing a blank. But it's just plain to me. It really doesn't feel great to still be in clothes from that school. I want to enjoy my freedom as soon as possible. Especially don't want to walk around outside while wearing it. I should have Kasai bring me some new clothes later. I should think of redecorating this room. After all, this is going to be my castle from now on. Whoa. This is a room in a gorgeous apartment building in the suburbs of Okonomiya. The property is a realtor my dad's conglomerate obtained after a foreclosure due to some sort of dispute. Most of the residents moved out during that. So while there are plenty of rooms, it's a lonely complex that feels devoid of people. Plus, with the exception of the manager and a scant 1 or 2 others, all the residents are shady-looking people connected to my dad. Probably won't be much longer before the virtuous residents are driven out. The apartment I'm living in used to be the room they'd used for viewings, so it looks like a room in a business hotel. It's fully furnished, but lacking in daily necessities. I'll buy those things over time, though. It's better that way, anyway. It'll make it feel more like my own room. And I guess, right, the music from the anime would, confuse the search even more. And I to myself, might have looked stupid, but it helped psych me up. At the school, there was a TV only in the common room, and we weren't allowed to watch any cable channels. I zapped through all those channels as a form of emancipation. It was early in the morning, so nothing interesting was on. But I enjoyed it anyway. Commercials are fun to watch. Guess I dropped by with lunch right when I started to feel hungry. Good morning, Shion-san. Did you sleep well last night? Sleeping on the couch was a bit too uncomfortable. As a Japanese person, I want to sleep in a futon on the floor. This pickled radish is good. That's good to hear. Please let me know what you need later on. I'll try to get as much as I can. Actually, curious. Well, looks good. This is all suave. Thanks. Oh, but you don't need to worry so much about me. I chose this life for myself anyway. Your wallet wouldn't last if I started extorting you, right? I have to be serious about my plan. Can't let myself take advantage of Kasai's wallet forever. I think I'm gonna start a part-time job. I have to earn my own living. This is the life I chose, so naturally, I have to take care of it myself. That's reassuring to hear. But are you sure? If you go outside, eventually someone in the family will discover you. I gave that a little thought, which is why I'll need Mion's help. Kasai, would you mind calling the main house for me? When Mion answers, pass me the receiver. Oh well, whatever you say. What could be your plan? Kasai dialed the number. It's funny to me that we're calling the main house, even though that's the place I most want to avoid at the moment. Hello? Mosh mosh. Good morning. Is this Mion-san? It's been a while. This is Kasai. Yes. Good morning. Could you hold for a moment? I'm letting someone else on the phone. Take the handset. Hello? Can you tell me who this is? Can you tell who this is? That voice. But that can't be true. Shion's still supposed to be confined to St. Lucia's. She can't be her. Yeah, they forbid outside calls at the academy. But you're talking to me right now. Even my dim-witted older sister should understand what that means. Did you sneak out of the school? Oh, how? That's not important. I really missed you, sis. Shion. That was as far as I could take it, and Mion had hit her limit too. Poof. We both burst into laughter, unable to keep up our act. It's been a while since we laughed out loud with each other like this. It's been forever, Shion. Seriously, what's happened with you? There's not much else to it. Haven't lied or anything. Wait, then you really ran away? Oh, great job. Security wasn't tight enough to keep me locked up in there. Hahaha. Maybe the school should be grateful you escaped quietly. If you were serious, it'd be easy for you to blow up the whole building to make your escape. Well, I couldn't have done that, but I might have set it on fire. Hahaha. Kasai smiled at us in amazement, his face a blend of amusement and exasperation. Is it okay to talk to you now? Is it okay to talk to you now? It's alright. Granny is out for a lesson. She's coming home later in the evening. That's good. We should get together and talk soon. Just over the phone for today, though. Okay. Did anybody report my escape to our grandmother? Nope. We've heard nothing. I pass along all the calls and guests for the main family now, so no news reaches Granny without going through me. I'm sure she doesn't know. Wow. That's awesome. You really sound like the next leader of the Sonozaki family. You know I don't like that. You should have taken my place. You're the one with the demon, aren't you? Well, keep giving it your all. I'll be reading for you from the shadows. Anyway, that's not important now. Hahaha. Sounds so indifferent. Well, that's okay, I guess. If you hear anything about me, give Kasai a call, okay? I'd like to give you my number here, but I'll keep it secret for the time being. Sorry. Alright. If Granny hears you fled the school, there'll be all kinds of trouble. I'll be on the lookout for now. I'll let Kasai know if something happens. Thanks. I also have a favor to ask. I figured you would. Oh, money's out of the question, okay? Never thought I could pester you for money. I just want to ask you for a little help with my part-time job. I see. So that's it. What exactly do you need? We communicate fast in a situation like this. We don't have to get into details because we know what's on each other's minds. Uncle Yoshiro's on my side, isn't he? I'm gonna try and see if I can get a part-time job at one of the businesses he owns. Then I'll call you when I know my shift. So I just have to disappear while you're working, right? That's a little taxing. What are you saying, sis? Are you turning down your only sister's request? Seriously? Alright, I'll do it. I wouldn't want to see how you'd retaliate if I turned you down. Haha. Thanks. I'll buy you a cake from Shalanke Bertha's. I'll throw in tons of pretty tarts too. Shion. Shalanke Bertha closed last fall. Huh? Is that so? Yeah. The owner had a stroke. He reopened the store once, but he got sick again. So we had to shut it down. I see. That's a shame. Won't be able to eat their mott block cakes to my heart's content anymore. I was disappointed that my favorite cake shop had closed down, but more so that this town had changed without my knowing while I was gone. It was kind of regrettable. Are there any changes I don't know about? Yeah, there are some. I'll tell you when we meet up next time. Thanks. I'll tell you about my school life. Let's set a date. I'll call you. Alright, I'll see you then. Mion, what is it? How are you? I'm fine. Glad to hear that. I'm hanging up now. Okay. See you. It's really been a while since I last talked to her. Put down the phone and heaved a sigh as Kasai brought in some tea. So how did it go? You remember Uncle Yushiro, who was in favor of me staying? I'll talk to him about my escape, and ask him if he can hire me to work at one of his stores. Are you sure? Some other relative might find out. That's why I asked Sis a favor. I'll contact her when my shift is set, and she'll disappear while I'm working. Do you get the picture? Kasai looked puzzled. It's not really that difficult to grasp. It's simple. If somebody finds me at work, I'll tell them that I'm Mion. Do you get it now? No, all people wouldn't buy this kind of plan. But Kasai knows too well how easy it is for my sis and me to trade places. That's audacious, or shrewd, I should say. I'm impressed. Is that a compliment, Kasai? Hehehe. Kasai looked amazed. If things go south, it'll affect him too. Considering the rules of my dad's profession, he won't be able to get away with just a mere apology. That's why he doesn't want me to do anything too risky. I think I have to make it up to him, since he helped me escape even knowing that risk. And thus begins Angel Mort. Alright, no problem. If I find somebody out talking bad about you, I'll beat them up. Thank you so much. I knew I could rely on you, Uncle Yoshiro. Uncle Yoshiro pounded his chest with his fist after offering me his assurance. He seemed glad that I turned to him first. I'd be happy to help, since I'm so impressed that you're trying to support yourself. If you were here for money, I'd turn you into your grandmother right now. I'd turn you into your grandmother right away. What? You're scaring me, Uncle. I knew he was reliable. He understood my situation straight away and promised to help. Hold on. Alright, did I skip accidentally? Nah, okay. Manager, here's the shift chart. I'll put it here. One of the store clerks brought out a work schedule. There are many things I'm unfamiliar with written on it. So, how much can you work? That depends on our respective schedules. Hope I can get in when I want to. Hey, that sounds a little irresponsible, but I know you're in a difficult situation. I'm depending on Mion for my work. Our schedules have to match. Of course, Uncle Yoshiro understood that. But I also knew he couldn't afford a selfish part-timer who only works when she wants to. In the end, he decided to hire me as an office helper, not an official worker. As a temp, I wouldn't have a work schedule. My uncle also decided to pay me out of his own pocket. Hahaha, it's fine as long as I can make enough to support myself. Sure. Expect to get what I'm paying for, okay? Don't call me uncle in office either. Alright, manager. Thanks for hiring me. Good, you get it. Hahaha. Once all the business talk was over, my uncle hounded me with all kinds of questions. He asked me things like, what was it like in a prestigious girls' boarding school? And so on. Apparently, there were all kinds of rumors going around about the St. Lucia Academy. I was confined to and everyone was curious about it. Oh, just a pause. No need for a pause there. I had a few embellishments of my own as I explained how unordinary life at the school was. My uncle looked extremely delighted to hear all the little details about life in the secret garden for girls. Horny bastard. Once my uncle was satisfied, it was my turn to ask all kinds of questions. I wanted to know if anything particular had happened while I was gone. I won't be able to act like Mion unless I can fill in the gaps of information left in the past 2 years. There haven't been many big changes. It's been quiet since the end of the dam conflict. I went to the academy only a bit after they froze the project. There was still a bit of tension then. Even after they shut down construction, things were still tense because the project wasn't entirely cancelled. But the Onigafuchi Guardians disbanded about a year later. There was a big ceremony held at the shrine. That's when the dam conflict officially ended. That's right after I was imprisoned. Is everybody slacking now that the conflict is over? Wahahaha. I guess you all had fun playing at war back then during the dam protests, didn't you? Try to imagine how much suffering the adults went through every time they had to come pick up their kids from the police station. Hahaha. Well, I can't deny that. It was like a festival for us. Uncle Yoshiro seemed exasperated at how differently kids and adults treated the conflict. Oh yeah, there was that dismemberment murder, wasn't there? The one where that fucking jerk of a construction manager got split into pieces? They still haven't caught the culprit behind that, have they? Did they finally catch him? Come to think of it, I don't think they've caught him yet, no. Happened on the night of Watanagashi, didn't it? I remember everyone making a fuss about it being Oyoshiro-sama's curse. That was pretty scary for us kids. Yeah, Oyoshiro-sama's curse. That happened the year after, too. That's right. That was scary, too, wasn't it? Who was it again? The guy who supported the dam died in an accident, right? Hojo, wasn't it? And it happened on the day of Tanagashi once again. Everyone went crazy, saying it had to be a curse. That was horrifying. Definitely. The construction manager that everyone hated was killed and dismembered on the night of the Tanagashi festival. That incident on its own was more than intense enough for us kids. The worst part of his body was never found, which made it almost a ghost story amongst us. We seriously believed that the severed right arm was roaming in search of the body it belonged to. It didn't take long for the rumor of Oishiro-sama's curse to become a topic of discussion among occult researchers and the like, considering the circumstantial factors. Even so, the rumor faded away after about a year. After the dam project was officially frozen, they held Tanagashi purely as a festival. But the curse struck again. The victim was a pro-dam activist who lived in Hinamizawa by the name of Hojo. He and his wife were on a trip when they fell from the cliff to their deaths. It was considered an accident. Technically, police were still searching for the wife's body. If I remember right, they never did find it, did they? Once again, the man most worthy of Oishiro-sama's curse fell victim on the night of the Tanagashi festival. So the fuss over Oishiro-sama's curse rose up again. Until then, Oishiro-sama wasn't considered very important. At least in the world of us kids. It was just the name of the object of worship in the shrine. Nothing more than that. I'd seen boys peeing on the archway, and I once stuck my hand into the offertory box. The existence of a god didn't matter much to us. But after 2 consecutive occurrences, the kids no longer doubted the existence of the curse. We were all shaking in fear for Oishiro-sama. Everybody suddenly became interested in the old stories about him too. We quietly listened to the musty old stories the elders had to tell. And we started genuinely believing in the tales of Oishiro-sama's miracles, which any of us would have laughed away before. Oishiro-sama's rules were awfully simple and clear. Enemies treading into Hinamizawa will be cursed. Villagers leaving the village will be cursed. But to find the village was terribly vague. Were we never allowed to leave Hinamizawa village? Was going to Okunomiya still safe? Was a single step enough to be out? Was a 3-day, 2-night hot spring trip still safe? We kids tried to draw a line. It was decided in the end that if you had a house in Hinamizawa or Okunomiya, you were safe. And it was okay to go on trips if you had a house in either area. You know, it's weird. Those rules were made up by kids, after all. According to those rules, I'd be cursed since I lived at a boarding school in such a remote area. I couldn't say it out loud because I felt embarrassed. But in fact, I was a little scared of the curse. Yeah, it happened again the year after. Sure is scary when it happens 2 years in a row. Still believe in Oishiro-sama's power. Shion-chan, what are you saying? Don't you know? No? About what? Oh, right. You went to that school before it happened. That's why you don't know. Uncle Yoshiro grimaced as if he said too much. So he'd mentioned something I shouldn't know about. What is it? Can't leave me hanging like that. Well, I think you're mature enough now. Hey, if you think my body looks underdeveloped, you should see an eye doctor. Either that, or you're a pedo. Okay. I'll talk. Happened again the year after that. What happened? What are you talking about? Tick. When I was very little, I always had this tick before I heard something bad. It was like a gnome who lived inside me was giving me a warning, like he was poking me with a small needle. When I felt this tick before my parents called me, they'd always either chide me or tell me something bad. So I used to run away when I felt it. My senses seemed to have grown dull over the years. Even though my gnome poked at me, I just sat there. It happened. Again the year after the death of the Hojos. Last year, in other words. Did it happen on the day of Tanagashi? Again? 3 years in a row? That's right. You know there's a shrine in Hinamizawa? The Furude Shrine? The priest suddenly died on the night of the festival. They said that the cause of death was an unknown illness, and the same night his wife threw herself into the swamp. There was a big uproar. The mayor even had to hold an emergency meeting. Oh. Well then. Shit. Is there enough time? We could probably continue. That's like the halfway point, right? Hmm? And the bit about the illness is true. No, it's too risky. I think we have to end it here actually. So we'll come back later tonight, maybe, probably, most likely. Let's do a quick save. So yeah. Hopefully the box spring stuff happens today. And then that'll be it for interruptions, I think. Then Monday's gonna be short, of course, because technically we're supposed to be cleaning, getting stuff done, which I've been procrastinating. It's funny. But anyways. Yeah, we'll continue this later. So short stream, but it's fine. It's okay. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys later. Have a good one. I'm enjoying it. Having a good time. Answers. We're getting them, right? So, bye.